So we focus so much on freedom of speech that we should be able to say whatever it is that we would like to say. But many times the speech is false. It's fake news. So what does the Torah say about true news? About truth, speaking one's truth. So it's explained in terms of the holiday of Pesach, of Passover, which Pesach is a talking mouth. It's the holiday that celebrates the freedom of speech, of openly recounting the miracles, the exodus from Egypt, of the freedom that God granted us by freeing us from the constraints that made Sarim of Mitzrayim, the constraints of Egypt. It's etymologically related, constraint of Egypt. So if we feel that our free speech is stifled, so we need only to think to the holiday of Passover. And the idea is that the mind needs to be connected to the heart, to what's inside the innermost point of one's heart. And I'm reading from a section from Rabbi Ginsburg's website, inner.org. His heart does not and cannot fathom, cannot inform his mouth. This is the idiom the sages use to describe the block that exists, as it were, between God's heart and mouth, his inability to reveal to us the date of the redemption. So God wants to speak the redemption to the world, which means to bring the redemption to the world. It should become manifest. That which is in God's heart, so to speak, should be manifest to the world. So too with ourselves, our inner potential, our inner thoughts, our true inner self, that we want to express that to the world, to realize our potential, to share that with others. To share our truth with others, which is God's truth. We can all identify with God in this respect. We all know how difficult and virtually impossible it is to express in words our deepest thoughts and feelings that lie hidden away in our thoughts. The ability to delve into the depths of our hearts and find the correct words to give verbal expression to our hitherto unconscious thoughts and feelings is itself the secret of the coming of our individual personal Mashiach. To say it another way, it's the unconscious thoughts of the heart that will be manifest. It's those thoughts that pass the censors, that pass the YouTube, that pass everyone who's trying to prevent truth from coming out. It's those thoughts that break all boundaries. And to break all boundaries, you have to do it with joy, like the joy of Purim, the holiday of Purim, which is the month before Pesach. So to break all boundaries of censorship, of anything, any evil that you can imagine. This is what freedom of speech is. Freedom of speech goes past all of that. Similarly, for God to tell us when Mashiach will come is itself the coming of Mashiach. No censor will stop that. When Mashiach is revealed, no censor will stop that. To tell us that Mashiach will come tomorrow is to not tell us at all. Mashiach is the revelation of God's heart to us, so when he tells us of his arrival, he is already here. So our job now is to reveal that within our hearts, to reveal Mashiach within our hearts, within ourselves, to manifest it within ourselves, which means to actualize our potential to reveal truth to the maximal amount possible to the world, to our portion of the world at least, that portion which we feel the ability to correct, to uplift, to shine light. Pesach is the holiday of freedom of speech. Not just freedom to express in words our conscious thoughts, but freedom to express the depths of our unconscious, the depths of our faith, matzah, the food of faith, in order to speak words of faith. God begins to express himself to us by liberating us from Egypt on the external physical plane, thereby arousing us to give expression to ourselves, our self-expression, then arouses us to give absolute expression to himself, to God. This is the coming of Mashiach. So when we give ultimate expression, absolute expression to God, then that is like a tidal wave of revelation that no amount of safeguards and censorship and firewalls and whatever you want to call it, it's not going to hold any of that back. When it's the time for redemption, the redemption will come. And we have to have faith and trust and stay strong to our beliefs that we know that it's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. Mashiach will come and the redemption will come soon. Thank you.